Scientists estimate 10 to 16 million salmon used to return each year to the Columbia Basin to spawn and die. Those fish powered an entire ecosystem for millions of years. But after centuries of overfishing, habitat destruction, and environmental degradation, salmon numbers in the basin have dropped by 95%. How did that happen? The impacts of overfishing on Northwest salmon begins in Astoria in the early 1800s. Explorers financed by John Jacob Astor founded a trading post at the mouth of the Columbia River. They picked a great spot, surrounded by plenty of food, resources, and trading partners. Astor soon needed profits from his far-flung operations, so his men and other competitors were soon netting and canning the plentiful salmon and selling it across the globe. For a while, it seemed like an unlimited resource. By the 1880s, fishermen were harvesting 42 million pounds of salmon per year. But the resource quickly ran out. Many salmon populations were damaged or destroyed. But instead of finding ways to fix the problem, it only got worse. Dams were built across rivers for all kinds of reasons: industrial production, farming, logging. Each dam, some more completely than others, stopped salmon from reaching their traditional spawning grounds. Those impediments ended ancient salmon runs in just a few years. In the 1930s, dams went up on the Columbia itself, the main artery for salmon to reach their tributary homes. The river had been a wild, roaring waterway and the lifeblood of the region and its fish. But today, more than half of the habitat once available to salmon in the Columbia Basin is now blocked by dams. The Bonneville Power Association operates those dams. It spends almost $200 million each year to help save the river's salmon and steelhead from extinction. Yet the number of salmon that return to the basin each year continues to plummet. Even before the dams went up, other problems had already emerged. The resources that had enriched people in the Northwest for thousands of years, game, furs, timber, agriculture, were now enriching a modern lifestyle. But as the standard of living in the Northwest went up for humans, it went down for salmon. Overharvesting, clear-cut logging, agricultural production, irrigation, housing, industrial development, they all combined, ecologically speaking, in an instant. Each one had a devastating effect on salmon runs by destroying habitat, polluting streams, raising water temperatures, and together, those incremental degradations may finally doom salmon. We may be at the tail end of an ecosystem that has existed for millions of years. The millions of wild salmon that spawned each year in the Columbia Basin may never return.